Summary of the interpretation of Surah Al-Imran, verses 35. God reminds his noble messenger of what happened with the wife of Imran, the righteous and devout woman, when she vowed to her what was in her womb to serve the holy house, Jerusalem, for God Almighty. We must understand what a vow is. A vow is a voluntary act of worship for God, and it must be something that God has ordained. Consider what she said in her supplication. She called upon her Lord and said, "My Lord, not God," because supplication to God is supplication to the one who is worshipped and obeyed in his commands. Saying "my Lord" indicates his lordship, meaning he is the provider and sustainer. Therefore, she asked him to protect her what was in her womb. She prayed to God that her child would be free from the pleasures and desires of this world. She also prayed for the acceptance of her vow. Part of the etiquette of supplication to God was that she called upon him, saying, "You are the all-hearing, the all-knowing," because she knew that God hears her supplication and knows the sincerity of her prayer. Summary of the interpretation of Surah Al-Imran, verses 36. Then Imran's wife gave a female birth to a daughter. She knew that a male was not like a female, because it was the male who was dedicated to the service to serve the holy house. Jerusalem, because Imran's wife was conscious, faithful, and committed to the worship of God, she had to fulfill her vow and dedicate her newborn to the service serve the holy house, Jerusalem, even though it was a girl. She named her Maryam, because in their language, Maryam means worshipper of God. She wanted to protect her daughter from the whisperings of Satan, because she knew that all sins come from Satan's whisperings. So she sought refuge in God and invoked his protection from Satan to safeguard her daughter from his temptations. The verses clarify that God Almighty decreed that the newborn would be a girl, and he placed in her a sign not found in any other human being. This is God's command, and God does what he wills.